52 million downloads. That's how many people trusted Dynamic Games with the first World Truck Driving Simulator. 52 million people who wanted something real on mobile, something that actually felt like trucking. And now after 7 years, they're building the sequel. And nobody is talking about what's actually in it. Because the images they drop, the map, the trucks, this is not a small upgrade. This is a completely different game. And today we break it all down. I want you to look at this. This is the original World Truck Driving Simulator, launched in 2018 by a Brazilian studio called Dynamic Games. Small team, modest budget, big ambition, 52 million downloads. Think about that number for a second. That's more than the population of most countries on Earth, all playing one mobile truck sim. Now, Dynamic Games spent 7 years updating that original game, adding trucks, fixing physics, expanding maps, listening to their community. 7 years of work, and they kept millions of players coming back. And then in July 2025, they dropped the teaser. Just a short clip, no voiceover, no release date, no gameplay, just a look at what's coming. And the community absolutely lost it. Because in those few seconds of footage and a handful of official screenshots, you could already see that WTDS 2 is on a completely different level. New engine, new physics, new world, new trucks. We're talking Volvo FH Scania, a map that covers both America and Europe. This is not WTDS with a new coat of paint. This is a brand new game. So here's the question. Can Dynamic Games, a Brazilian mobile studio, actually deliver a truck sim that competes with the big names? And more importantly, what exactly is coming in WTDS 2 that nobody is talking about? Let's find out. To understand why WTDS 2 matters, you have to understand what the original game actually was. Because it wasn't just another mobile truck sim. It was the truck sim for people who couldn't afford a gaming PC. For players in Brazil, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, players who wanted Euro Truck Simulator, but on their phone, on a budget device, in areas where the internet is slow and storage is limited. Dynamic Games filled a gap that nobody else was filling properly. They brought in Brazilian trucks, European trucks, American rigs. They gave players realistic physics, a manual gearbox, cabin details, weather effects. For a mobile game in 2018, that was seriously impressive. But by 2024, the cracks were showing. 7 years of updates on the same engine will do that. Players were asking for more map, more trucks, better graphics, a bigger world, and Dynamic Games heard every single word. So they made the call. Instead of another patch, they started from scratch. New engine, new code base, new everything. And in July 2025, after years of quiet development, they confirmed it officially. World Truck Driving Simulator 2 is real, it is coming, and it is going to be massive. Now let's get into what we actually know about this game, because there are details buried in those official screenshots and statements that most people completely missed. Let's go through what Dynamic Games has officially confirmed. No speculation, no rumors, just the facts, and then I'll tell you what those facts actually mean. First, new physics engine. Dynamic Games said it directly. The game is being built on a completely new engine. That means the way trucks handle, the way weight shifts on corners, the way suspension reacts, all of it is being rebuilt from the ground up. This is not a copy-paste job. This is fresh code. Second, new graphics engine. The teaser already showed this. Better cabin detail, better lighting, real shadows, real reflections, textures that actually look like metal and asphalt, not plastic and concrete. And Dynamic Games confirmed they're optimizing it to run well, even on mid-range Android devices. That is a serious technical challenge, and they're going for it. Third, dynamic weather and climate. Not just rain, full climate system. This means driving through storms, fog, heat shimmer, weather that actually changes how your truck handles. We've seen hints of this in the screenshot details, and it's going to be a game changer for immersion. Fourth, smarter traffic AI. The original WTDS traffic was basic, cars that followed roads and not much else. WTDS 2 is promising more dynamic, more realistic traffic behavior. That means overtaking, lane changes, rush hour density, trucks that actually feel like they're part of a living road, not just props. Fifth, new cargo types and delivery systems. More variety, more mission types, More interaction with the trucking world beyond just driving from A to B. The original had a basic job system. WTDS 2 looks like it's going deeper. And here's the one that changes everything. The map. Because in the official screenshots released after a full year of development, you can clearly see a world map. Not just Brazil, not just South America, we're talking North America and Europe visible on that map. And in those truck lineups, Volvo FH, Scania, European rigs sitting right next to American big rigs. This game is going global. Now let's talk trucks, because this is where WTDS 2 has the potential to absolutely dominate the mobile sim space. The original World Truck Driving Simulator already had a solid truck roster. Brazilian workhorses, American big rigs, a handful of European models. But they were limited, and licensed truck names were mostly absent, which always hurts immersion. In the WTDS 2 screenshots, the shapes are unmistakable. The long hood profile of a Volvo FH, the iconic Scania cab. These are European long-haul kings. These are the trucks that players in Europe, Africa, the Middle East, everywhere have been begging to drive on mobile at this quality level. Now, Dynamic Games has not officially confirmed brand names. Licensing is complicated, expensive, and mobile studios often have to navigate that carefully. But the visual design in those screenshots, the proportions, the cab shapes, these are not generic trucks. Somebody at Dynamic Games knows exactly what a Scania R-Series looks like, and they drew it. What this tells us is that WTDS 2 is being built for a global audience. Not just Brazil, not just South America. They want the European sim players. They want the American players. They want the African trucking community. They want everyone who ever looked at ETS2 and thought, I wish I could play something like this on my phone. And right now, WTDS2 might be the game that finally delivers that. At a level nobody on mobile has managed before. Here's where we go deeper, because most coverage of WTDS2 is just repeating the same surface level hype. New graphics, big map, cool trucks. And yes, all of that is true, but there are things buried in this announcement that tell a much bigger story, and if you understand them, you'll know exactly what kind of game WTDS2 is actually going to be. Detail 1, the development timeline. Dynamic Games started serious work on WTDS2 after years of updating the original. By the time they released the teaser in July 2025, the game had already been in development for a significant period. Then months later in October 2025, they said they still had no release date, but released new screenshots after another full year of work. That tells you this team is not rushing. They are building something they believe in. Patient development in mobile gaming is rare. It usually means quality. Detail 2, the engine choice. Building on a new graphics engine for Android is a massive risk. Most mobile studios stick with what they know. Unity, the same frameworks, the same limitations. Dynamic Games decided to go further. That decision costs time. It costs money, but it also removes the ceiling on what they can build. They're not patching an old foundation. They're laying new concrete. Detail 3, the community statement. When Dynamic Games released those new screenshots in October 2025, they didn't just show images. They talked directly to their players. They said, we are creating something new with new physics, new trucks, new environments. We don't have a date yet, but we are working hard. That is a studio that respects its community. That is a studio that isn't going to drop a broken product just to hit a deadline. And after 52 million downloads on the original, they know exactly what's at stake. In Detail 4, the silence. Dynamic Games has been mostly quiet since those October 2025 screenshots. No release date, no gameplay trailer, just development, quiet, focused, building. In this industry, that kind of quiet usually means something serious is being cooked. The studios that talk the most deliver the least. The ones that go dark and come back with a finished product, those are the ones worth watching. WTDS2 right now is one of the most interesting, untold stories in mobile sim gaming. So So where does WTDS2 actually stand? Let me give you my honest take. No hype, no sugarcoating. Dynamic Games is attempting something that no mobile studio has successfully done before at this level. They're trying to build a true open-world trucking simulator with global maps, European and American trucks, dynamic weather, real physics that runs properly on Android, and they're doing it without a massive AAA budget, without a team of hundreds, without the resources of SCS software or the marketing machine of a major publisher. Is there risk? Of course there is. Mobile development is brutal. Performance optimization across thousands of different Android devices is one of the hardest problems in the industry. Licensing real truck brands costs money. Building realistic physics that feel good on a touchscreen, that's an art form. Dynamic Games has a lot to solve. But here's what I keep coming back to. This studio already did it once. They already built something that 52 million people loved. They have the community. They have the experience. And from everything we can see in those screenshots, they have the vision. The map is bigger. The trucks are better. The engine is stronger. My verdict? WTDS2 is the most important mobile truck sim in development right now. Not because it's guaranteed to be perfect, but because if Dynamic Games pulls this off, if they deliver even 70% of what those screenshots are promising, it changes what mobile sim gaming looks like forever. It proves that you don't need a PC. You don't need ETS2. You don't need American Truck Simulator. You just need a phone and the right game. WTDS2 could be that game. And I will be covering every single development, every screenshot, every update, every teaser right here on this channel. Because this is exactly the kind of story that Captain Drive was built to tell. That is everything we know about World Truck Driving Simulator 2 right now. The confirmed features, the map, the trucks, the details that nobody else is breaking down. You have the full picture. Now, if you want to stay ahead on this, hit subscribe. Because the moment Dynamic Games drops a new image, a new update, a gameplay reveal, you will hear it here first, before anyone else. That's what this channel is built on. And if you want to know how WTDS2 stacks up against the competition, the Truckers of Europe 3, the Truck Simulator Ultimates, the Grand Truck Simulators, I've got that comparison video coming up next. Because when WTDS2 finally drops, you're going to need to know exactly where it lands in the rankings. And I'll tell you, Captain Drive, the road no one else knows.